A debate is raging in Ohio right now over how many hours of training school security personnel or staff should have before they can carry a gun in a school building.
But I don't think the teachers should be running around carrying guns. Like, what are you really teaching?
A new bill here in Ohio would decrease the training to as little as 8 hours, but the decision would be left up to school boards.
Both supporters and critics say it all comes down to safety. Our 5 on Your Side investigator Joe Paganakis goes in depth tonight on the debate.
Courtney, Rob, Ohio House Bill 99 would allow school districts to hire armed security personnel with minimum training. However, those against the measure believe that those carrying guns in Ohio classrooms should have full police certification.
I'm uncomfortable with the idea of the less training.
Lianaclark is a Northeast Ohio community activist and a mother of 6 children who attend both the Garfield Heights and East Cleveland school districts. Clark is concerned Ohio House Bill 99, proposing to reduce training for armed school security personnel to as little as 8 hours, opens up a potential safety hazard.
More training is required. As far as I'm concerned, I don't feel safe.
It's a gray area, and that's what we're trying to nail down in this bill is let's set a minimum.
But House Bill 99 co-sponsor Representative Reggie Stolzfus from Stark County says he's only trying to give Ohio school districts a choice, that ongoing legal action to raise required armed school security staff training to that of an Ohio peace officer would reduce security staffing levels across the state, jeopardizing safety and placing an unreasonable financial burden on Ohio school districts.
To have a paid resource officer at every building with OPATA certification, it's unattainable.
The Buckeye Firearms Association agrees.
That's over 700 hours of training, and that's absurd. Basically, the effect it would have is it would just prevent anyone from being armed in school other than a police officer.
I would err on the side of more training rather than less.
But Ohio House Minority Leader Amelia Sykes is against House Bill 99, saying it's a safety risk to have such a low weapons training minimum. Sykes said she discussed a similar proposal with students at a Northeast Ohio middle school just last year.
And the students there told me that they were concerned that they would be shot involuntarily by a teacher.
Meanwhile, Clark believes no matter how many training hours are required for armed school personnel, it must include
background, like evaluations, mental health, emotional stability, and make sure they don't have a history of abuse of power.
And the Cleveland schools told News 5 it is not in support of House Bill 99, that teachers should not have weapons, that it only employs mobile deputies who have 860 hours of police training. Meanwhile, House Bill 99 is up for a second hearing coming up in 2 weeks and could be up for a vote later this summer. I'm 5 on Your Side investigator Joe Paganakis.